I'm Jackie Sprychak, the manager of the United Nations Sustainable Development Team focused on the ocean. In the wake of our recent and troubling climate report, the role of business in preserving the environment is now more critical than ever. Walgreens, with your rich history in innovation and philanthropy, is perfectly positioned to lead the industry in preserving the environment, specifically pertaining to Sustainable Development Goal number 14, Life Below Water. We as a team have identified 2 key practices that Walgreens does that contribute to the degradation of our oceans, primarily the use of only plastic bags in stores and the irresponsible disposal of pharmaceutical medications from customers. Now, why should you care? Well, as far as plastic bags go, 267,000 species are affected by this disposal, and annually they kill over 100,000 animals. This is especially troubling considering that scientists estimate that by the year 2050, there will be no more fish left in our oceans. Moreover, the average useful life of a plastic bag is only 15 minutes, but they take over 500 years to photodegrade, which simply means that they break down into microplastics that continue to absorb toxins and pollute the environment. After medications, they run the risk of ending up in our water systems, where our food, fish and other marine animals that we use for consumption, are in turn ingested by us, and those chemicals end up in our bodies, causing a series of health issues. They can also end up in our drinking water and in our food supply. So, what we're suggesting is integrating a triple bottom line framework, which has already been adapted by several businesses across multiple sectors. However, it hasn't really been adapted to the pharmaceutical industry or other pharmacies. Therefore, Walgreens is positioned perfectly to take the lead on this, not only set examples for others, but to maximize our impact. This framework means considering the wellness of our people as well as the planet while still generating financial profit. So remaining stable without as much sacrifice while still taking into account the planet and the people that we serve.
In order to better understand the importance of your environmental impact, considering your stakeholders is a very important component. As Walgreens, the top 3 stakeholders in your company are the local and coastal communities, the media, and your customers. Local and coastal communities are the first affected by the business practices within and around it. So, as an operating business, it is your duty to make sure that at minimal cost, these communities are safe. They also have social economic power, which have the ability to affect your publicity, and it can in turn affect your profits and the customer volume you have.
The next main stakeholder group are the customers that visit our stores. The customers of Walgreens are the entire reason that the pharmacy is able to run. They hold an immense amount of economic power as a stakeholder group because if they decide to boycott the store or choose to shop at our competitor, then Walgreens would go out of business. They are our sole source of income and hold an immense amount of purchasing power. For Walgreens, being able to provide a greater amount of customer value than our competitors is vital to our company growth. The final main stakeholder group is the media. Whether they decide to put Walgreens in a positive light or a negative light, the media has the ability to completely shape how the public views our company, thus holding a great amount of social and political power. If the media begins to denounce Walgreens, not only will we get no new customers, but lose our old ones as well. While implementing the new sustainability strategies, Walgreens can utilize the media to not only work in its favor, but to kickstart an even bigger and economic social movement around the globe. Given the role that the media plays in Walgreens' success, there is the potential for the media to form a coalition with the local communities and the customers affected. These 3 strategies together have the ability to have a detrimental impact on Walgreens if they do decide to unite against the store. They each bring their own power and salience, and forming together can ruin the company's success. The local communities bring social power and economic power to the coalition because they are the potential customers and have the freedom to choose whether or not to shop at Walgreens or our competitors. The customers also bring economic power to the coalition because they are the ones that are buying our products and controlling the market. The media brings social and political power because they have the ability to completely shape how the world views our company. By implementing our recommendations to our business model, we will be able to improve as a company and improve our sustainability practices in the ocean.
Given the challenges these stakeholders face, Walgreens has presented the opportunity to positively affect the ocean environment. The United Nations Sustainable Water Team has generated 3 recommendations for Walgreens to improve water sustainability efforts. To help demonstrate our commitment to making a difference in the pollution of our water system and making it more sustainable, Walgreens can run an ad campaign that extends upon the current slogan, "At the corner of health and happiness." We want to help create an ease of access for the average person to properly dispose of their prescriptions, as well as reduce the amount of trash contributed to our oceans. While Walgreens is not responsible for the improper disposal of prescriptions and for people not recycling their bags, as one of the world's largest pharmacies, Walgreens has the social obligation to make sure that the people have access to proper disposal and can best be conveyed through advertisements. These ads will portray the ongoing issues as well as stating the eye-opening statistics of water pollution in order to really draw the attention of the audience, especially the segment of the market who are those really passionate, in order to persuade them to properly dispose of their prescriptions. The ads will all conclude with our efforts to fix this problem. While the ads may not generate any revenue and will have costs associated with them, when companies run campaign ads such as these, there are often alternative slogans that correspond with it. However, we will not have to waste any funds or time generating additional slogans or marketing said slogan. Walgreens can also create a disposal rewards program, because at this time, 2/3 of Americans don't know what to do with unused prescription drugs, according to a nationwide survey conducted from Sharps Appliance. If that's the case, billions of prescriptions every year have the ability to end up in our water stream, hurting the aquatic environment, which can ultimately hurt people as well, as it contaminates our water and food supply. To go along with the pre-existing prescription drug disposal units that are in each store, we will add barcode scanners to each one of the units so that the 88 million and growing active rewards members will have the incentive to go into their Walgreens store and properly dispose of their medication in order to gain rewards points. Prescription disposal is not limited to our members. However, it's just an incentive. Members from other competing companies can go into our stores. All we want to see is increased disposal of prescription drugs. While we are aware that there will be associated costs with this, with the addition of the barcode scanners to each prescription drug unit, there are several cheap alternatives that we can use that are effective and have proved to be cost effective over time if Walgreens were to use it. With high estimated costs for some models of $31.88 per year over a 10-year span, it is a fair price to pay to promote the commitment to reducing the contributions to water pollution and acidification, as well as potentially increasing foot traffic through the incentive to come in. Additionally, at the current moment, it is extremely advantageous to create the program, as although initial costs would be high, the recent reduction in the corporate tax rate means Walgreens will have more cash on hand to invest in its in-store infrastructure.
In addition to revamping our medication disposal programs, to truly make a difference in keeping plastic pollutants out of the world's oceans, Walgreens should create a reusable bag program that limits the number of single-use plastic bags used throughout its stores each year. The bags will be relatively small, about 9 inches tall and 12 inches wide, perfect for toiletries, makeup, and medication, Walgreens' primary revenue generation streams. The bags will feature ocean wildlife designs, and all proceeds beyond the cost of the bag will be donated to organizations committed to reducing ocean pollution across the globe. Through the program, Walgreens can help reduce the externality of plastic bags ending up in our oceans while demonstrating its commitment to reducing water pollution, ultimately receiving a public image boost as a result. We would propose selling the bags for $2 individually or 3 for $3. This creates a low barrier for entry for individuals to get involved and make a difference. To incentivize customers to use reusable bags consistently, we recommend implementing a 10-cent discount for each bag a customer uses with their purchase. Similar models have been used by businesses like Whole Foods and Target to great success, and pairing this discount with our broader marketing campaign could lead to more customers purchasing and then continually using the bags for years to come. If the average customer uses a reusable bag as opposed to an average 3 bags per week, we could save 156 bags per individual each calendar year. With average daily traffic of 8 million customers, both in-store and online, across its partner locations across the globe, if Walgreens can get even 100,000 customers using the bags on a consistent basis, the company could refrain from using as many as 15.6 million bags each year. We can conservatively estimate that through the sale of the 100,000 bags, we will be able to donate $100,000 to partner organizations committed to reducing ocean pollution and maintaining marine biodiversity.
Looking at our sustainable value portfolios, the present compared to the future, these graphs basically represent how the firm is performing both internally and externally. The vertical axes are how we're responding to the needs of today's business and how we're predicting the needs of tomorrow's business. As you can see, our current sustainable value portfolio is pretty bottom heavy, which means that we're responding more to today's issues than we are predicting those of tomorrow, which in the future will largely be issues of the environment. We're very strong in the cost and risk reduction, but we have much to be desired in the growth path and trajectory, as well as innovation and positioning quadrants. By implementing the plan that we presented to you, what we're hoping to do is basically broaden on all 4 axes into innovation, growth path and trajectory, and reputational legitimacy through our PR efforts from the plastic bags, by creating value for stakeholders, by preserving the value that we've already created as an institution in the United States for over 100 years. So in conclusion, inaction on this issue is not an option. The oceans need our help now. They need your help now. The health, environmental, and economic implications of inaction are massive and cannot be ignored. The reusable bag initiative and prescription disposal rewards, which we have proposed for you, will come at a minimal cost, provide excellent public relations for your company, and have measurable results. There will also be value created for customers, the media, and coastal communities, all the stakeholders, while we still preserve the value that we have worked so hard to create. Our goals by using this program are for you to sell 1 million bags by 2020 by creating $1 million in donations from selling them, and to double the use of your disposable kiosks by 2021. This holistic view of people, planet, and profit integrated into businesses everywhere has an incredible potential to positively impact the environmental movement. Walgreens perfectly positioned to lead the way in the pharmacy industry. So it's up to you as a board to decide which path will Walgreens take. We hope you choose sustainable.